Can I do something for you, Mr. Bond?
Just a drink. A martini, shaken not.
Welcome to Double Digits, Week 10, Dude Week. My name is Ian Huge Johnson, and with me as always, my partner in crime, the one, the ultimate, a Doody Dootram.
Oh, thanks, buddy. I actually found a really good good way of describing us.
Yeah.
I'm Will Smith. You're Carlton Banks.
Oh, thanks, yeah. Yeah. And why would you be Will Smith?
Because I'm tall.
Definitely don't have any swagger.
Because I'm half Sri Lankan.
Yeah, alright. You're so black.
Yeah. What's going on with you, Ian, this week?
What are you doing? What are you doing? No, what are you doing? What are you doing? No, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Well, you may or may not have noticed, I had a haircut.
I did notice. I prefer the old one.
Well, each their own. Now I'm beautiful and my hair is slightly shorter.
Oh, yeah.
Ever so slightly. I also finished Jessica Jones this week.
Oh, what do you think?
Finally, I'm only like a year and a half behind everybody else in the world.
Only a year?
Oh, only a year, that's fine.
Dude, I'm watching Arrow Season 4.
Yeah.
Season 5 starting now.
Yeah, that's because you buy everything on DVD.
Yeah, so... What's your excuse?
DVD. My excuse is lazy.
Fair enough. And,
Really good. It was really good.
what do you think of the ending?
I was a little disappointed in how they killed Kilgrave, but at the same time...
Spoilers.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to say anything about how they do it. It was just... wasn't much to it.
I just wish they kept him for, like, Season 2 or something. It was such a good actor.
For them to have done that, they would have had to have brought in a secondary villain that got beaten in the first season. Otherwise, there's no conclusion there. There had to be some kind of victory.
But he was a good guy, remember? There was that brief period where he was a
That
good
brief episode, not even, half an episode.
guy. Yeah. Hey, there's my missing fucking bullet from when I shot you before.
Oh, yeah. What comes around goes around. And you will be shooting each other again with these Nerf
We
darts.
have, just for a special treat, because it's episode 10, we have bought the quiz back. Well, it had a week off.
Yeah, it had a week
Or 2 off.
just to rest its eyes. But we brought back all the best punishments for this week.
We did. We surveyed our listeners, so I surveyed Ian. And,
Our listener.
yes. Are you a listener? Yeah. And to find out what the best punishments were, and we'll go through that when we get to the quiz this week.
Yeah. What's been happening with you, Dee?
I saw a theatre production.
A theatre.
It was worse.
You cultured and shit.
Yeah. Told you I would be good night. I'm the cultured one.
Alright, chill.
And Will Smith. I saw First Wives Pub. It was alright.
It was alright.
It was.
Why did you go see that?
My sister is in it.
There you go.
And my fiance forced me to go to it.
Go and plug it.
Yeah. It's its last day today.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't bother plugging it.
No. Look, yeah, I expect it to be quite anti-men.
That's a nice way of putting it.
It's probably the best way to put it. But I actually laughed a fair bit, and it was viewable.
It was viewable.
Yeah, no, there wasn't areas where I was like, no, this is shit. I want to go home. I was allowed to take alcohol inside the theatre, so that helped. But I find I didn't need it to help that much.
Oh, that's good then. That's a good sign.
It kept me from going, every time the lights would like move and hit me in the eyes. So every time a light would hit me in the face, I would just drink. So, yeah, that was
He's
about it.
done, bright lights.
And I've been playing a hell of a lot of Forza,
Yeah,
as we showed by me putting that photo up on our Facebook group.
you've become addicted.
The Aston Martin is back. But I think that's about it for
We also
this.
had some new graphics.
Oh, yes.
Yes, we got yesterday, sometime, like yesterday. the day
Depending on
before.
when you're listening this.
Yeah,
Previously during the week.
not long ago, we received in the mail our shirts and business cards designed by Thomas Commons.
Yes.
Tom
fucking-
Commons.
They're great. We've got shirts
Yeah.
to wear at AMC next week.
So if you're heading out that way next weekend, you will be able to spot us by our t-shirts.
We'll be one of the few guys not cosplaying.
Yeah. We'll be that one person that's not Harley Quinn.
Or Jared Leto.
I put it forward to you, actually, that we should drink every single time we run into a Harley Quinn.
I don't think you can take alcohol in there.
Well, we'd be pretty fucked.
How are we
if
going
did.
to get home? Who's
Yeah.
going to drive us?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Better not. Maybe we should keep a tally and then go home.
Yeah, we'll drink afterwards.
But yeah, so that'll be fun next week. So we got shirts, we got business cards, a new podcast picture which should be updating soon for your phones and YouTubes and stuff. So we got a new little picture.
Yeah.
The Facebook and the Twitter has been updated a little. We look professional.
Almost.
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 There we are.
Almost.
There we are. That is about it for news from us. But is there anything else? No. Then let's go into this week's news.
Channel 4 News with 5-time Emmy Award-winning anchor Ron Burgundy.
This week's news. Thanks, Ian.
Ugh, hay fever. It's that time of year, hay fever.
Hey, Fever Stephen. Hey, Fever Stephen. Ian, you want to go first with your news? I have about
We'll go tit for tat.
tit for tat time.
Tits for tats.
Tit for tat.
So the first news, people may or may not have already seen this already. Just seen it.
They might have
They might have.
by now.
By now, yeah.
By the time you're listening to this.
By the time you've listened to this.
But here's our opinions on our future thoughts on news.
Yeah.
Go on.
So, we just put up on our Facebook page,
Yes.
Power Rangers trailer has been released.
What did you think? I watched it this morning.
And what did you think?
I don't know much on Power Rangers besides Ivan Ooze. Remember that bad guy? I'm Ivan Ooze.
I do not remember that, but
You don't
sure.
remember the movie?
No.
I think that was the only Power Rangers thing I ever watched.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember there was that chick with the evil villain chick, and she had, like, tentacles on her head. I don't know. She was weird looking.
You should know. You wanted
I
to
don't
do
remember
Power
the
Rangers for
names.
karate, man.
Yeah, but I was young and
Impressionable. Compared to 24 and impressionable.
I think it looks alright.
yeah.
It looks...
It could be done a lot worse.
Yeah,
what I've seen.
I'm still hesitant to see how it actually comes out looking, let's be honest. It could definitely go either way. But fingers crossed that it's not worse than Ninja Turtles. And that's all I can... That's
That's your
hope
opinion
for.
on Ninja Turtles, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. I don't, like I said, don't know much on Power Rangers, but it looks like they're trying to go with a more of an X-Men Marvel sort of vibe to it, sort of thing.
Realistic.
Yeah.
Because it was very camp and corny.
Yes. With sparklers and
Yeah.
shitty explosions in the desert every time they jump in the air. Yeah, I remember all that. So, Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh, yeah.
Filming's
Does he
finished.
come home?
Don't know.
Spider-Man finally comes home.
Baby, come back. Well, he comes home to Marvel.
There you go.
There you go. The movie's finished filming.
Oh, that was quick.
It's wet.
So that's a wrap, folks.
So I would talk about all the photos of on set and stuff like that, but it's essentially Spider-Man in his Spider-Man costume, or it was Tom Holland dressed as Peter Parker in his pajamas on set. Nothing really like whoa noticeable or mentionable, but filming's wrapped.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
So when's it slated for release?
I believe it is the 4th of July, if I'm not mistaken.
So mid-year, yeah.
Because this year's was Independence Day Resurgence, and the next year's is the Spider-Man film.
Alright. So
They've got probably
Fingers-
about
they've
8
got-
to 9 months to...
to do all the CG, which,
Could be a fair bit.
yeah, going by the Marvel films now, they're becoming more and more reliant on CG.
2 weeks filming.
Yeah.
18 months on CG.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes, go on. What's your next one?
My next piece of news, for those who are in the wrestling universe...
Gotta wait for that. Yeah,
How
okay.
good was it?
That was awesome. Give me it. You gotta play with it. You've ruined my bullet. Go on.
So for those who are the wrestling fans out there, Goldberg is all but confirmed, basically, to be returning. Goldberg! Sparklers!
We watched I showed you his first WWE appearance the other day when he went up against The Rock.
Yeah,
That's
comes
so
out in
cool.
his leather jacket.
His Harley Davidson jacket. And sparklers on him. It's Goldberg!
So the reason I say all but confirmed is there's kind of mixed messages being sent out in the Twitter sphere.
Okay.
So one of the commentators, who everybody knows,
Michael Cole?
no, the other one,
Jerry the King Lawler.
that's the one.
Yeah.
No, wait, no, the other guy.
Taz.
I forgot
I
his
don't
name. With the cowboy hat.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, no, I can't remember.
Yeah, I forgot his name. Either way, he tweeted out saying that it's essentially a locked-in deal that Goldberg will be returning and will be in a rematch against Brock Lesnar.
I really want Brock Lesnar to get the shit kicked out of him.
Don't we all?
Mm.
And Goldberg did win the last one.
He did. And had a celebratory B/stunner.
Yeah. So, yeah. Then Goldberg tweeted something else out that was basically saying, well, that's
No.
news to me. So, all but confirmed, really. Could just be Goldberg trying to live up to his contract saying you can't say anything until we allow you to.
Fair enough.
Or maybe he just enjoys being a little bit of a cock tease.
Look, all men are cock teasers. Especially if you've got the name of Goldberg.
Yeah.
Then-
Sounds like a porno name.
Yeah, it does. Bill Goldberg. That's his name.
Starring Bill Goldberg.
But... No, go on.
I have a large pizza.
I have a large pizza.
I have a large pizza.
When I was a young warthog.
Anyway,
I don't know why I put that in there, but...
I'm excited for Goldberg to return. Are we not all? Do we
I
not all
wa-
want a little bit of Goldberg?
Deep inside us. No. I want to see him do that suplex. I've forgotten the actual name of the move, but where he holds you up fucking horizontally and keeps you there, then
Yeah.
slams you. That was impressive.
And he had a great spear.
Yes. Oh yeah, because he jump up and like slam his arms out as he
Yeah.
does it. Yeah. My news this week, and it was semi-ruined, because I knew you hadn't heard of it, and then we went drinking on Friday, and someone mentioned it, and you were like, what? And I was like, oh, for fuck. Ben Affleck's solo film called The Batman, at least for now. What's your thoughts on that? Just as a production name or possible name of just called The Batman.
Shit.
You don't like it?
No, I don't like it.
Why's that?
I can see why they're trying to do that angle, because they're trying to make it, back to basics, almost. Like when Dark Knight was the Dark Knight trilogy. Because at that point in time, there'd never been a movie where it was even mentioned, really, as the Dark Knight.
No. Yeah, so like you've got Man of Steel is
Yeah.
not Superman. sort of
Exactly.
thing. Yeah,
So
okay.
that's why they're trying to make it the Batman, because everyone knows him as just Batman.
Okay.
Having said that, it's boring as hell. I think, if you're doing an old man Batman, you've got so many other kind of potential names and things you could do.
I think one of the things I saw, it was a one of those like fan-made posters, and it was the Caped Crusader.
Yeah,
Like, that doesn't sound too bad, but you can't do the Dark Knight. 'Cause-
yeah, you can't do Dark Knight, but I'm sure you could have thought of something along the lines of Old Man Logan.
Well, Old Man Logan's a book,
Yeah,
so just.
Old Man
But
Batman.
apparently he's
Old Man Bruce.
Isn't the script?
Why didn't they
not-
just call it Bruce Wayne?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a spoiler, because if you say Bruce Wayne and have a picture of Batman on the poster, then people know he's
Yeah.
Batman.
My God.
That's gonna be
Spoiler alert.
That's going to be like put up like in town halls and stuff like that, and then the
Yeah.
people of Gotham will know that Bruce Wayne is Batman.
My God.
Oh my god! Go on with your next one.
My next piece of news.
Yes.
I don't think you know this one, which is good. 'Cause
Awesome.
You pretend to know everything at least. Blade Runner sequel finally has been given a name.
It's on my list.
Fuck you. So the sequel's going to be called Blade Runner 2049.
Have you seen Blade Runner?
I have.
Oh, I
Have
haven't.
you?
No.
You haven't seen Blade Runner?
No.
Wow.
It's controversy.
It's a good movie. It's just harder to watch now
Okay.
because of the time. But the actors who are all in it, I don't know if you know the actors who are confirmed to be part of it.
No, please go on. I'll tell you if I know them or not.
Harrison Ford, obviously.
Who?
Steve?
Oh, Witness.
Witness. Oh my God.
You are
Harrison
welcome.
Ford, Ryan Gosling or Gosling.
Oh, he's the guy from Drive. And yeah, okay, yes, go on.
Don't know. Oh my God. Jared Leto.
Yep.
You don't know him, do you? No. Robin Wright.
Oh, why does that name ring a bell? Oh, is that the chick from House of Cards?
Just look it up.
Just look it up.
Just look it up. I'm not
Robin.
going to Google for you, alright? Anna de Arms.
I do have an iPad in my hand.
But, there's a couple other names that most people won't know. But the last one that people will definitely know, Dave Bautista.
He's popping up in more and more things.
He is. I think he's just a great villain. I think that's why they do it. Considering in the original Blade Runner, the
Runner.
Drug Runner, in the original Drug Runner, the villain was a tank. He was huge, and he was
about?
He was like a robot. It's kind of like a detective. He's a PI, sci-fi kind of thing.
Is he looking for his family?
No.
Is he outrunning bounties?
No.
No.
Just watch the goddamn movie.
Alright, Robin Wright is House of Cards. She is Claire Underwood.
There you go.
I don't know if that name ring a bell. Go on. Yes.
But basically, yeah. It's good to have a villain that's a bit of a tank when you've got a character who's like a PI, so he's just like an average kind of bloke. So
Do you reckon, though...
you have to outwit them a little bit, and that's why...
Do you reckon he'll be the main bad guy, or do you reckon he'll be like a henchman?
I reckon he'll... hard to say. Depends of how closely it follows the original. But I wouldn't mind seeing him as the main bad guy. I think he's got enough of a name for himself now and acting props that he probably could do it.
Okay.
I don't think he really needs to rely on somebody else to be his communicator now, so to speak, because...
Well, you had a problem when we saw Star Wars thinking that just Harrison Ford was too old to really play Han Solo. You just thought, like, all the running scenes, it looked like he was going to have a heart attack.
It did, that's why they didn't put much running in there. He just stood around and shot.
So is that what you reckon Blade Runner will be? He'll literally he'll be sitting in his apartment waiting for people to open the door like, I've come to get you! Pow!
Blade Runner's a little bit different in that he doesn't need to run around a lot.
No,
If
yeah,
you
like
watch-
I said, he can wait in his apartment, wait for the bad guys to
Exactly.
open the door to get him.
He's a PI, essentially, so he outwits people more than anything. It's not an action movie.
Okay.
It's a sci-fi detective noir kind of thing. Hard to explain. It
Okay.
has action elements for sure, but
Action.
they're not him running around. He should be fine, I think.
Now,
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe Ryan Gosling is in this as his...
Flashback.
I don't know if it'll be a flashback, but maybe that'll be protege or
His
something.
son?
Could be a son, could be a protege, could be something like that.
I don't know. I need to watch it before I can make any comment.
Mm.
Because, yeah. You finished Jessica Jones, you're now on Luke Cage, aren't you?
I tried.
Okay. Iron Fist has got a release date of March next year, so you better catch up. As well as I saw this morning, there was a photo of all the Defenders together at New York Comic Con, which is
Really?
pretty cool. So yeah, Jessica Jones, Daredevil, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist.
So, TV show, you reckon?
Do you know who?
You thought that they were going to do it
I
as
would.
a movie.
I would think they'd do it as a movie. It probably will be a TV show, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're in the movie, in the Infinity Gauntlet movie.
I don't think they can. I don't think there's enough time.
But I also saw. Do you know who the villain is going to be? The main actress for the Defenders. The villain is Sigourney Weaver.
Really?
How fucking cool is that?
That's pretty cool.
Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah, that's
Great movie.
That's what she's known as, yeah.
Yeah. Ripley. Believe it or not. I had to.
Sorry, who spiked the puns?
Yeah.
I blame Dudron for stealing that joke.
Yeah, actually, it was this week's show. I took it off.
I
Yeah.
know.
Wow.
Get your own jokes, buddy.
Yeah. Wham.
Maybe I should
Wham.
buzzer you like they do.
Wham.
That's my fucking joke.
It's not your joke at all. It's your dad's.
Next news.
Go on.
Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events had its...
You sell them on it
teaser.
twice.
It's my news now, bitch.
Go on.
You can have that then, and I'll do Pirates of the Caribbean.
Go on, no. Patrick Warburton as Lemony Snicket. Do you know who Patrick Warburton is?
Yes, the actor.
Yeah.
He's from
Rules of Engagement.
Rules of Engagement.
He's also Crunk.
He's also
in
from
fucking
Family Guy. He's in a wheelchair.
Jump rope, bike right,
Go.
lay on the grass. He was Crunk in Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah.
And you fucking loved that movie.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
So, what do you think of that? Comparing him to, I think it was Jude Law in the original film? Who played Lemony?
Yeah, it was Jude Law. But
So
you
what-
didn't really ever see him, so it's a bit different in this aspect that they actually showing him.
Yeah, well, you saw like silhouettes or like him with a hat on sort of thing.
I think it's just because he's got an amazing voice. and I suspect it'll mostly, if not entirely, be voiceovers.
It'll be like Morgan Freeman in
Yeah, he's got
Shawshank Redemption.
just got such a good, deep, bellowing voice that's why they went with him.
No, they went with Patrick Warburton, not Morgan Freeman. Fuck up good.
Dad.
We didn't see you hear NPH.
Yeah.
But you don't see him. I've seen some
Neil
on-set
Patrick
photos.
Harris, for those that are trying to catch up.
Yeah. What do you think of comparing him to Jim Carrey? Because Jim Carrey was probably Jim Carrey's last good movie.
Jim Carrey did really, really well in the movie. Pretty much everyone did really well in that movie. It had some amazing actors.
Meryl
appearing.
Streep, Billy Connolly.
So many big actors in it.
Fuck. Cedric the Entertainer, Dustin Hoffman.
And the list goes on. And on.
And on and on and
So, I'm still hesitant. We've only heard a voice.
January next year, I think,
Yeah.
is release.
Let us wait and see, I think.
I'm looking forward to it because I read the first 3 books as a kid.
The only one of those books that I had was a special book that wasn't even part of the series, and it was like the blank book.
Oh, that's right. It's
Just
just
a
blank pages.
notepad, basically.
And it didn't have a price tag on the back of it, like $30. Write your own unfortunate event. Ian Johnson, my autobiography.
I became friends with the Duty Dutrum. How unfortunate.
Wow. Speaking of backtracking, Netflix series is Punisher Netflix series. I think has started filming.
Wow.
Now you haven't watched any of Daredevil season 2, but of course Punisher is the best thing probably about it. He's really, really good in acting wise. So there's been some set photos of John, what's his name, Bernthal in casual clothes with a great big bushy beard. Had to put a hot fuzz in there. There's shots of him on set as well with the character Karen from Daredevil. So that's always.
So who are in the Defenders? Is Punisher one of them, or is he?
Punisher's not a member of the Defenders, according to what I've seen online for the Netflix series. Look, if he pops up in an episode here or there, would not surprise me. He'll probably be in 1 episode or 2 episodes or something like that. But the way they did it in Daredevil is the first 4 to 5 episodes were pretty much all about him, and then he became a side story while Elektra took over. And
And
he's
nothing good happened.
essentially is. You remember Billy Madison, where it's like, I'm glad I called that guy, and he's like the guy with the rifle who shoots him.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the end of Daredevil season 2.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
You're not gonna watch it. You haven't even seen
I
the
might
first
watch it. What about the people listening? They might want to watch it. You fucking spoiling.
It's been out since February.
Well, you know, some of us have
Lazy.
busy lives. We have busy lives, dude. Some of us do things.
Okay.
Not much, but
No.
things.
Go on. You're next.
My
Liz.
last final piece of news: Pirates of the Caribbean, or Caribbean, or Caribbeano. Dead Man Tell Tales trailer. We also
Now
put
say
up.
that in a normal accent.
I don't have a normal accent. I'm from the Caribbean.
You gotta talk like that for
What
that.
accent was that? That was horrible. Pirates of the Caribbean 5, Dead Men Tell No Tales. The trailer has been put up on our Facebook.
Yes.
Many people have seen it.
Have they?
Yes.
Okay.
Like 3.
3 people have liked it.
3 people. It looks okay. There's nothing from this point that we can really tell storyline-wise of what's happening. All we know is the villain...
Is Mr. Silver.
Yeah, Mr. Silver.
Silver? Is it Silver?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's SILVA. Yep.
Or you might know him from No Country for Old Men.
Call it. Haven't even seen the movie.
Maybe you should.
Oh, no. Maybe I should. But time, Ian, I don't have that much of
Oh,
it.
you're just too busy watching mediocre TV shows.
Commando. We watched Commando, man. It was a great film.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think the only problem I have with this trailer is it goes by the aspect of it looks like, I can't recall the actor's name, John Silver from James Bond. Don't know the actor's name. It looks like he wants to find Jack Sparrow to settle a debt or something along
Certainly
those
seems
lines.
that way, I think.
And it's like, how many debts does this cunt have? He's got Davy Jones, he's got the fucking East India Trading Company.
I think it's related to that. From memory, the Spanish Armada was in some way related to his backstory. Can't remember 100% per se.
Well, the Spanish were in the 4th one as well, I think.
Possibly, yeah. So I think they looked like Ghost but I don't know what
They look
were.
like Davy Jones's people, but I doubt it's
They're
Davy.
not. Yeah,
But apparently he's on top. He's in the movie.
Davy Jones,
The new Davy Jones.
William Turner.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
new Davy
well, that
Jones.
was his son in the trailer. I'm pretty sure.
You reckon?
Yeah, pretty sure. Pretty sure that was his son.
Only one way to
I
find
could
out.
be wrong, but pretty sure.
That's your last piece of news.
That's my last piece of news. Do you have more?
I got 2 pieces.
Look at you. Have to one up me.
Yeah, because sorry, you took 2 of mine already. Fuck
Go
you.
on.
Wolverine poster.
Yes.
We did put that
so
up.
we've both seen this, and I
Um,
pointed something out to you that you didn't realise about it.
Thoughts? Yes, go on.
So the poster is essentially just his hand and a little kind of
His hand?
child's hand.
Wolverine's
touching-
hand.
Logan's hand.
James. His name is James.
Look at you go.
Yeah, I know.
And like I think it's a child's hand holding his hand.
Well, Ryan Reynolds believes it's his hand from Deadpool.
What?
Did you see that?
No.
When the poster was released, Ryan Reynolds retweeted it saying, "That's actually my hand from Deadpool holding
The baby hand?
The baby hand, yeah.
Oh god.
It's fucking awesome. That was his
That
first
would be
tweet.
really good if it was,
Yeah.
but I doubt it.
No. Well, only one way to find it. But yeah, I've go on with your
Yes.
your thought breakdown.
So, if you look closely at the poster,
Hmm.
just above his thumb knuckle, his
Yeah.
thuckle,
Yeah.
you'll see a small little cut on his hand, on Logan/Wolverine's hand.
Yeah.
So, anyone who knows Wolverine will know that he heals. That's his power.
Mm.
So, yeah, he must have lost his power or something's going on there, but for those who have read the comic like yourself, will know.
Well, in the comic, I don't recall him losing his healing factor, but in the Wolverine Dies comic, which I've got framed on my corridor, he loses his healing factor.
And this is supposedly his last.
his last one.
Yeah.
Well, he says it's his last one. It probably won't be. But yeah, so in the Wolverine Dies series, he loses his healing factor and he dies. In Old Man Logan, essentially, without spoiling it, he decides essentially to retire and have a family and leave all the superhero stuff behind.
So
He's sort of like
they might be merging
sort of like
the two
Clint
together.
Eastwood in Gran Torino, just sort of wants to live his life.
For him to have a cut in his hand, though, they wouldn't have put that into the poster
No.
unless it was important.
Yeah.
So, some way he must be losing his power or something's going on.
Something's happening.
Yeah, so maybe they're merging those two stories together.
That wouldn't surprise me. I reckon we'll also have characters
You have a
clearly.
fake death, and then he decides to go along with his fake death. And
Maybe. Well, I reckon they're going to put. They're clearly going to put more X-Men characters in it, so they're going to put.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if Ryan Reynolds in it somewhere, just as like
I
a,
hope.
as a cameo, or as like
Yeah.
he's in it for 10 minutes, sort of thing, or something like that. You've got Professor X coming back, Patrick Stewart.
Who
There's a
looks
photo of him.
super
He
old.
looks blind.
Yeah,
His eyes look like they're glazed over, blind sort of thing.
cataracts.
Which is the character Hawkeye in the comic book. Hawkeye's blind, and he's sort of his sidekick for the book. It's really cool, and he still knows how to shoot an arrow.
Yeah, but that's got nothing to do with what we're talking about.
No, well, in the book it's Hawkeye, and apparently this film is those two are like buddy cop sort of things. They're partners, so it's
So you
Professor
reckon
X,
they're replacing
Hawkeye with Professor X. Because like he can't see, but he can just warp into someone else's mind to see what's around him.
Yeah, true.
So, yeah. And last bit of news, big sort of happy news for probably the both of us. Gears of War movie.
Movie.
We're big Gears of War fans. They have confirmed Gears of War movie
They've been talking about this for years.
2007.
Yeah.
But they came out recently with the release of Gears of War 4 and confirmed that they are doing a movie. They haven't said any details. I think they're still in the writing process. No actors or anything dropped for it. What would you like to see from a Gears of War movie?
From a Gears of War movie, look, there's a lot of potential for this movie.
Mhm.
The problem I see is that there's a lot of story to be told in quite a short amount of time. And I hope that they put more of a focus on the pain and everything than just the action.
Yeah, the emotional pain and yeah.
Because Gears is, to me, it's the story they tell is so much more than what people perceive the Gears of War franchise as, and that's chainsawing bodies and blood and gore, which is fantastically awesome. But
It's good visual.
yeah, in saying that, you've also got that really, really powerful storyline of Dom
Yeah,
and his
Santiago.
wife and himself. And in the new fourth one that we're just playing, there's some more backstory going on there as well with Marcus and his wife and his son. And there's always a lot of story going on, and that's also part of the trouble, I think, with this movie, is that there's so much story to tell. You've got the Pendulum Wars as well as
Yeah.
Emergence Day. There's so much to tell that I'm not sure how they're going to do it.
Would you want them for this Gears movie for them to focus on Delta Squad, which is where we focus, we have our focal point for the video game, or would you want them to focus on someone else and we perhaps just see Marcus and stuff like that in the background?
Yeah, I don't know who would play
Yeah.
these characters, and that's another hard thing.
Well, yeah. If
Casting-wise, it's going to be very difficult to find.
that's why I wouldn't be surprised if we had Batista as like Marcus Phoenix or
Batista could actually work. He's got the right build for it. He's got the short hair.
something. Little chin moustachey thing.
And with
The actor who plays Coltrane, the voice actor of Coltrane, looks like Coltrane.
Really?
Haven't you seen what he looks like?
No.
He's in Transformers 3. He's like a military guy. He's in Harold and Kumar 2. Have you seen the second Harold and Kumar film?
Remember.
It looks exactly like Coltrane.
Well, that's good.
Exactly. Like build and everything. Just use him.
It could. Well, they might. Yeah. Depends on a lot of things. If they can hold up acting-wise.
But yeah, so I reckon could be cool, but I'd also I wouldn't mind if they did something that they didn't focus on the Delta Squad, if they focused on another squad.
I think they might have to. I think that they might have to because of the story that needs to be told. People would be very disappointed if it was a Gears of War movie and didn't have the characters in it who we know do trigger these certain events. It would be very strange to not have those characters who essentially end these wars.
Yeah, good point. Good point. And then the story of Dom and his wife is pretty fucking
Yeah.
brutal.
It would be a shame not to see them. Because I think the story of these movies would translate very well to a movie.
It
Just
didn't have
needs
the
to
right
be done
script.
correctly, yeah.
Cool. That is my last piece of news. So, with that said,
I think it might be Twitter time.
Twitter time.
What time is it?
Oh, vote or die, motherfucker.
Vote or die.
So yes, from that we're going to go on to our Twitter poll.
Your friend Kyle told me you don't understand the importance of voting. Apparently you haven't heard of my Vote or Die campaign.
Vote or die? What the hell does that even mean?
What you think it means, bitch?
Taking us. I'm still sticking with that name.
Alright, fair enough.
You can't think of anything else better, can you?
No, it's not bad. I'll allow it.
Alright, thanks. I put up on Twitter this week, Ian. Which of these mega action stars, because it's Dude Week. It's Dude Week.
We're dudes.
Yeah, so we're making
Duding
episode.
around. Being dudes.
And what do dudes do? They drink, they watch action movies, they play action video games.
Mm.
Until...
Blood, guts, guns, knives, cuts.
Come on, Bennett, let's party, blow off some steam, Bennett. Remember how I told you I'd kill you last, Sully? I lied. I'm just going to Commander now. So I asked, which of these mega action stars in their prime would win in a fight, and it's guns and knives are permitted. So clearly Arnie in his prime would be probably Commando, because he's pretty fucking big in that.
He's pretty big in Predator as well.
Well, same character. You said it earlier.
Basically.
We got Bruce Willis in his prime, so he's
Hard.
me
One.
or you. Sylvester Stallone, Rocky 3, no, Rocky 4. He's fucking ripped in that.
Was that his prime? I don't know.
That's when he's probably at his rippest.
Yeah.
That's when he beats up Dolph Lundgren.
He gets pretty ripped later.
And we got The Rock. So now,
Dwayne.
in his prime, now.
Yeah.
He's huge.
He's fucking massive. The dude looks like a balloon.
He played the house in Up. Yeah, so we asked him which of these would win in a fight, and the results are actually pretty surprising.
I was, to be honest, more, I'm surprised.
So we had 14 votes in total, so thank you to all those who voted and liked and
This is
retweeted.
almost a clean sweep.
Yeah. So tied for third place is Bruce Willis and Sylvester Stallone.
Welcome to the party!
surprising.
Yeah.
Because
We've seen Die Hard. Bruce Willis gets the shit kicked out of him.
Bruce Willis is so much manlier than any of the others on this list.
You reckon?
Yes. And the reason I say that is not he's not the most ripped, no.
No.
But he's the most manly. Which one of them, and somebody was telling me this at work the other day, which one
Was
of
it
them...
me?
No, it wasn't you. Which one of these 4 actors can pull off swearing their heads off? None of them could.
I reckon The Rock may. Look, Schwarzenegger's alone, you're not going to understand him.
Exactly.
So they're
And
cut.
The Rock does not swear. He's like kiddie version of these guys. He's like family-friendly violence.
he's Magnificent Seven violence. Alright, you've got a point there.
Yeah. He swears and it's like part of his sentence.
So, would you say what makes you manly is being able to swear and get away with it?
No, it comes naturally.
So you
Be
think...
real manly.
So yeah, we've got...
In some eyes, Bruce Willis, manly AF.
So you've got Schwarzenegger clearly from Terminator, Commando, Predator.
Mm-hmm.
You got Rocky from Rocky 1, Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 4, Rocky 5, Rocky Balboa,
Rambo, Expendable.
and... What was the other one? Creed. Rambo 1, Rambo 2, Rambo 3, Expendables is 1, Expendables 2. You got Bruce Willis from Die Hard, is it just 2? Die Hard 2, is it just called Die Hard 2?
Die Harder.
Is it?
Yeah, Die Hard 2, Die Harder.
Die Hard with a Vengeance, Die Hard 4.0.
Which is also called...
It's Die Hard 4.0.
Wasn't that the one?
That's a good day to die hard, the last one.
Yeah.
And
But I think 4 was called something else as well.
Armageddon and Pulp Fiction.
Pulp. How do you like your orange juice?
Oh, full of...
No pulp.
Wow.
No
I like
pulp.
pulp.
Do you?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Ugh, gets in your teeth. Go on.
You got The Rock from Fast and Furious, Scorpion King, Central Intelligence, Walk Hard.
Yeah, that was one of his earlier ones when he was still just The Rock.
You know that's got the Babe from How I Met Your Mother
The
in
Babe.
it. Yeah, Robin from How I Met Your Mother in it.
Robin Thicke.
I've forgotten her name. Kobe Smulders.
There you go.
Oh,
Smouldering.
yeah, so for tied for third... I watched Deadpool yesterday, and I just watched it for that. I watched the whole movie for that end scene. So we got Bruce Willis and Sylvester Stallone tied in at third place on 7%. We then have Arnold Schwarzenegger.
It might be a tumor.
It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor at all.
Who I thought was going to win this.
At 22%. And then
If you smell what the Rock is cooking.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson, the People's Man. The People's Man?
The People's Champ.
The People's Champ, thank you.
Can you smell what he's cooking?
Yeah. At 64%. He fucking...
He just
fucked him.
I'm really surprised, because I thought a lot of people would go with Arnold Schwarzenegger, to be honest.
Well, speaking of, I asked our mates at Who Spiked the Puns on who do you think would win. Bradley, one of the hosts, says, Arnie is Mr. Universe Prime, is just unstoppable. Those muscles had muscles on them.
It's true.
He said honourable
His
mention...
biceps had triceps.
He said honourable mention to Dolph Lundgren because he fights smart. Didn't he fight in a super futuristic gym?
Yeah, I don't think that's fighting smart. That's doing drugs and shit.
People used to say my brother looked like Dolph Lundgren in Rocky
Really?
4. Yeah.
Like, what, got dropped in his head, Dolph Lundgren?
No, Ryan had the front mullet.
The front mullet?
The blonde
People
front
call
mullet.
that a fringe. Front mullet.
Yeah. Have you heard of that before?
No.
Yeah. We've got Fuzzy from Who Smoked the Palm saying, can you smell what The Rock is cooking because he smells like a fucking can of whoop ass?
Oh, yeah.
Honourable mention to the muscle from Brussels. The bloke is that bloke is a fourth wall breaking pocket rocket.
Oh, yeah.
And Nico from Who Spiked the Pun says it's Bruce for him simply because in his prime he was the epitome of badass. Even as a washed up jaded...
is the word you're trying to say there.
Is it? Epitome. Yeah.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Even as a washed up jaded cop, he was still a sick Kent. Kent. K-E-N-T. Yeah, I like his
Like
use.
Clark.
Yeah. Wow. He said, I was certainly going to give an honourable mention to Jean-Claude Van Damme as well, but since Fuzzy Solar, I'm going to go with the star of Kickboxer 2, The Road Back in Sacha Mitchell. Okay. I would have loved to see them fight Patrick Duffy on Step by Step. You know Kung Fu. Who are they?
They're actors.
Yeah, cool. So, big thanks out for them to providing input, despite the puns.
Thanks, buddies.
We loved you.
Melbourne.
We're going to Brisbane and Sydney and Melbourne before going to Hobart. I used to love it watching WWE. It's like, we're coming to Australia. Australia.
Yeah.
Fucking say it right. Front mullet. You fucking loved it.
I'm really surprised that The Rock won that, though.
But if you think about it, so Schwarzenegger...
Times they are a-changing. We're so old now that we thought Arnold Schwarzenegger was still cool. Apparently not. Now The Rock's cool.
Well, if you think about it, let's imagine them in a fucking wrestling ring.
Yeah.
Right? The Stone Cold is a special guest referee. Right?
Stone Cold wins.
The Rock, as he currently is now in his prime, so, you know, the mountain from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, so he takes up 2 corners.
Yeah. Can't turn his neck. You've got Arnie as Mr. Universe.
Who takes up 3 corners.
Extended ring. You've got Stallone from
Who
Rocky
takes up
4.
half a corner.
And then you've got Bruce Willis, who's hiding under the ring.
Yeah.
With a gun just pointing out.
Yeah.
Next time you...
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker!
Don't hesitate, just shoot. Good advice.
Just put all these sound clips in, just chuck them in.
No, because that's a lot of editing and a lot of
Yeah, but
downloading.
you're really bad at doing these.
Yeah.
Whereas I am a top quality actor.
Go on. Give me a Bruce Willis quote that isn't yippee-ki-yay.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm sure he said that at some point in a movie.
Yeah. There you
Anyway, yeah, so you'd think that The Rock would kick the crap out of him. Schwarzenegger would be a hard person to put down, which is why he came in second place. But
You
The Rock,
think,
The
you
Rock
saw
can just...
The Rock and Schwarzenegger in his prime, so not now, when he was in his prime,
Yeah.
punching on, or
Yeah.
even standing next to each other. Which one's bigger?
I would say The Rock. The Rock's taller.
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger's not that tall.
Schwarzenegger's 6'2", I think.
I put the iPad down. I'm not going to take a look. It's on the floor.
All right,
The
fair
lid's
enough.
on it.
It's gone.
Yeah, it's at the bottom of the ocean. But yeah, The Rock's huge. Plus, rock bottom, sharpshooter, which was his...
Schwarzenegger's arms in Commando and Predator and shit were massive.
Yeah, they were pretty big. He was flexing his muscles as he was rowing the boat.
Yeah. In Predator, do you know that Jesse Ventura had
Jesse the Body
Sorry.
Ventura.
Jesse Ventura. He's an actor in this film. Jesse Ventura
Go on.
had a competition with Arnold Schwarzenegger as to they got measured up, obviously, for all their costumes and everything for Predator.
Yep.
And they had a competition as to whose arms were bigger because
Really?
of their shirt.
Yep.
And Arnold Schwarzenegger told the costume department to tell Ace Ventura. Yeah. Really. To tell Ventura that his arms were bigger than Schwarzenegger's. So that he thought he won, but he didn't. Schwarzenegger's arms were about an inch bigger.
Yeah.
There you go. Fun
Well,
fact.
I reckon The Rock. Have you don't really use Instagram. Have you seen his Instagram videos when he's working out?
Yeah.
How he just yells focus at himself? Fucking huge. Or Hugh Jackman. We could have put Hugh Jackman on the list. He's pretty ripped.
Yeah, he's not really an action star.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
Australia.
Eddie
the Eagle. Swordfish.
Yeah. You have such a good point.
Yeah, so that was our Twitter poll. There are any others you think that could have gone on the list? So Dolph Lundgren, I actually suggested Jean-Claude Van Damme, but he ain't been in that much. I said Mel Gibson at one point, didn't I?
You did.
Mad Max.
Unfortunately.
What Women Want.
Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, that's one. Yeah, What Women Want.
What women want? You've got mail.
That's...
Tom Hanks. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
Tom Hanks.
Funny guy, Tom Hanks.
Have you actually seen the videos of him in real life? He's fucking hilarious.
He's a pretty good actor.
Yeah, I reckon they could have been a hell of a lot more that we could have put on the list. Terry Crews.
Yeah, Terry Crews.
Jason Statham.
Yeah,
Bruce
someone
Lee
did
was one
say-
you wanted.
Yeah, I was going to say Bruce Lee.
Bruce
but-
Lee would kick the shit out of all of you too fast.
Yeah, but he's not really what we're going for with this week's theme.
No, we want action and guns and explosions
We
and...
Testosterone.
Yeah.
Big balls. My big black fuzzy balls.
You had to put that guy
Oh, I
there,
had
didn't
to
you?
put it in.
You forgot about my big black fuzzy ball. Fuck, that's a great movie. Anyway, so with that, Ian, unless there's others you can think of putting on said
Probably,
testosterone,
but I can't think of them.
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was undercover. No, he
John
wasn't.
Stamos.
John Stamos.
Just got a leather jacket.
What about Mickey Rourke? But he was Whiplash. I want my bird. I want my bird.
What the hell's on my bed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah. Moving on.
Moving on.
We're going to move into our quiz segment now, I believe.
Now it's neck and neck, the scores. Ian's kicking the shit out of me when it comes to rock, paper, scissors.
If that was the game, I would just hands down. I could just left the room.
No more podcasting for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So we're going to go into this week's quiz, all on the theme of Dude Week. I hope your questions are based on that.
Yes.
You're going to be like, yes.
E equals MC what?
Ready? Go. You put this in your coffee. A spoon. Your hands. Your face. It's white. Paper. Snow. A ghost. It's heavier than milk. A rock. A dog. The earth.
All right, Ian.
Hey, buddy.
You want to do a rock off? See who
All right.
goes first for
Well,
this
let's
week's
start
quiz.
off with,
Let's
for
go
those
for-
who
let's go
don't
for the-
know.
yeah, go
For those
for the
who
rules.
don't know the lay of the lands, the Quiztopia that is
Our quiz.
our quiz.
Yeah, Colin.
Our really originally titled quiz.
We were going to call it Family Fortune, but we're not a family.
And we don't have a
Family Fortune wanted to use actually the name The Quiz.
Yeah.
But we took it first.
Yeah, trademark, motherfuckers. Believe it.
Or not.
So the rules.
Ripley.
Thanks. The rules for our quiz. We do a rock, scissors, paper to start, so the winner goes first.
Yep.
We take turns, 3
Yep.
questions each.
Yep.
Should you get a question wrong, you receive a punishment.
Go through the punishments while I set one up. Ooh, look at that. It's all crusted on the top.
Disgusting. So our 3 punishments this week for our quiz. The first one, if you get it wrong, for our first questions. Thanks for shaking the mustard. Perfect timing, because if you get the first one wrong, you get a delicious shot of mustard. What mustard are we doing today, Dutram?
This is Mild American, because I know you're a little bish.
Brought to you by what brand?
Master Foods.
Yeah. Proudly sponsored, not at all by any means, by Master Foods.
That looks like fucking diarrhea.
Looks like baby poo.
Yeah.
Should you get the second question wrong?
Oh.
Which one do you want to do? That one? Or...
If should you get the second question wrong, it will be a electric shock on full
On full.
with 2 hands.
I don't think it works that way.
Oh. Well then, 1 hand.
To the dick.
Put the electric shock system between your cheeks. Turn the volume off.
You get an electric shock if you get it wrong.
Okay. But the last
Thanks
one...
to our lightning reaction game, straight from the amazing place known as the eBay.
The eBay. And lastly, my favourite is the incredibly powerful Nerf gun.
Which is a crossbow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brett killed a guy.
So that shot to the face. Yet again, you will be wearing goggles. Goggles, people! And,
I want to see.
and
my eyes! The goggles do nothing!
hopefully I won't be shooting you with a goggle as well. Twice.
Yeah.
But
But yes, our favourites from so far, as
so
we've been
far.
going along. Mustard, one of our not so
Give it a
favourites.
sniff.
No, I refuse. What do we do? Yeah, that's nasty. That smells like a fucking Whopper.
Takes 2 hands to handle a Whopper.
Yeah. And Electric Shock, another popular one, where we put up a slow-mo video of that one.
Oh, yeah.
And Nerf Gun to the Face, another great slow-mo video where I got shot in the face. And not in a porno.
If you want to see the reactions, they're on our back catalogue on our Facebook.
Yeah.
They're great. Anyway, shall we do the rock, paper, scissors to see who goes first? I fucking hope I win.
Alright. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors. Yes! I win again!
Oh,
God, you're terrible.
Trusted Rock. Good old Trusted Rock.
Oh, God. Have you gone rock every time?
I think so.
Wow. Hang your head in shame. Questioner numero uno.
You don't speak Spanish.
Alright. We're talking the film Predator.
Oh. Jesse the Body Ventura and Arnold Schwarzenegger had a competition to see how big their arms are.
Alright, who came up with the idea of putting mandibles on the Predator? Was it A, Arnold Schwarzenegger, B, John McTiernan, C, James Cameron, or D, Jesse Ventura?
I'm going to say Schwarzenegger.
Ba-bam!
Da, 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 da.
The correct answer is James Cameron.
Really?
Yeah. Surprise, surprise, motherfucker.
We really needed spoons for this, didn't we?
Probably did.
Oh, well.
Oh, eat that mustard. No, you have to get right down in there. Stick your tongue in there nice and deep, right, boy. It gets down in your throat, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It stings. Is that good? Yeah? You like that mustard? Yeah, wash that down with a nice cider.
Oh. Tastes like a Bunnings hot dog without the Bunnings.
What?
You heard me. Alright.
Tastes like Hungry Jack's, doesn't it?
No.
The burgers aren't better here, though.
No.
No.
No. Ian,
Yes,
your question.
please.
In Gears of War 1, what are the creatures that come out in the night?
Krill.
Are they?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, locking it in. I'm right.
Yeah,
it's
you're right.
Krill.
Fuck off.
Yeah, I'm
I
just
thought-
going to
I
go
thought
ahead
you-
and put that mustard aside.
I thought you'd forget.
How would I forget that?
Go on. Question 2.
Ready?
Yes.
Questiono numero duro.
Duraro.
Durero.
Yeah, right.
Duplo.
Duplex.
Suplex. Alright. Question 2, for those who don't speak Spanish. For the film Die Hard, the Nakatomi Tower was actually what building?
It was the Fox headquarters.
There you go, boy. Yes. Good work.
Yeah. Woo!
Who's the big boy?
Ian, questiono numero dos. In the 1985 action classic Commando, it was originally going to have a sequel written by John E. D'Souza with revisions by Frank Darabont. The script was written based on the book Nothing Lasts Forever. Though Arnold Schwarzenegger wasn't interested, the script was rewritten and reworked for a new central character. What movie was it?
Die Hard.
Yes.
Yeah! We're starting to know too much about each other.
This is our wedding test.
Alright, we can get married.
Go for number 3.
Alright. God, nobody got fucking crossbow to the... Oh no,
No, no one
that
got
was
shot.
the shocker. The shocker.
Oh, that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 in the pink. 5 in the stink.
5.
Question 3. Rambo.
I haven't seen Rambo.
That's why I've given you true or false.
Oh, thank God.
Because I'm a friendly motherfucking guy. True or false? Sylvester Stallone tried to buy the movie on the first cut to destroy it.
True.
True. There you go, boy.
Yeah.
True. It went for over 3 hours, and he hated it so much he tried to buy it. But when they wouldn't let him, he ended up cutting it nearly in half, hence why it went for about 90 minutes.
Last question. I think you're winning as well. Because I got the first question wrong and did the mustard. Yes. So you're winning. Alright.
No pressure. If I get it wrong, it's a draw. But I could really use this win.
Ian, my question is, to solve a riddle that Simon says in Die Hard 3, John and Zeus had to dial a phone number. What was the phone number?
Are you serious?
Would you like the riddle?
Yes.
As I was going to say knives, a man with 7
Fucking
wives.
hell.
Every wife had 7 sacks, every sack had 7 cats, every cat had 7 kittens, kittens, cats, sacks and wives. How many go inside knives?
Can I hear it again?
Nope.
1. Him. He was going to say
What was the phone number?
1.
That's not a phone. What is not a phone number?
I don't know. How do you dial that? No,
I would say the rest of the quote, but it gives away a bit of the phone number, so no.
Fuck. This is too hard.
You love Die Hard, and Die Hard 3 is one of your favourites.
I have no idea.
555-0001.
So what was the rest of the quote that would have ruined it?
The answer is 555 and the answer. I've got the Nerf gun here. It's already cocked. I'm gonna shoot Ian with.
I don't think. No, nah. I don't agree. It would be a waste.
A good pellet.
Stop pointing it at me. Fuck you.
It's a draw.
It's a draw. So next
Do you have
week,
a tiebreak? Oh, next week.
Next week, when we go to AMC,
Yes.
we'll be doing some interviewing, hopefully,
Yes.
and we'll have our quiz.
And we'll have our shirts.
Yes.
You come take
And
them.
then, because that will be the last episode before we'll be taking a week's break. Sorry to break it to you guys.
Sorry, I need to get tattooed.
So we're taking
withdrawal
1 week off. So that one will be our mid-season break. So it's a big win. It's currently a draw.
It's the mid-season finale.
Yeah, mid-season finale. We need this. I need this. You don't know how hard it is to be me. It's a draw! Yeah!
So yes, that was our quiz.
That was very unexciting.
It was, yeah. I'm sorry for episode 10.
Why don't we do this?
Just for a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. For a
All
bit
right.
of fun. Put it on 2-player mode. We put it on ultimate.
Yeah.
It is on ultimate.
So we're gonna get the lightning reaction game out
Just for a bit of fun.
because
we
need
didn't want to tease you
we
guys.
need a winner.
No, we're not.
It's not a real winner, but it's a winner to us.
It's a yeah, I was gonna say it's still a draw. Ian.
Oh, it's already on 2.
Yeah.
Is it on Super Awesome Mega?
Yeah.
All right.
Am I on? No, I've got the wrong one.
Yeah, that would have been a bit. Oh. All right.
Oh, I need to sneeze.
Ah, fucker! Alright. Motherfucker. Scared me.
That was a good reaction too.
Yeah, you were real quick. Impressive.
I've been working with my hands.
I'll take your word for it.
Would you like to see proof? Anyway, so going on from Dude Week, because it's a manly, action-oriented
Maction.
Maction. Yeah, yeah, you fucking said it once. Maction.
It's not Maction.
It's Maction.
It's Dude Week.
This week.
Dude!
Dude.
Week.
What does mine say? Sweet. What does mine say? Dude. So yes, we both were excited this week as we both spent $140.
I really hope Elle doesn't listen. My partner doesn't listen to this episode.
And we bought Gears of War 4 Ultimate Edition so we can play a wee bit early. And we're going to go into a review of that.
Yeah.
So
A brief little teaser of a review. It's not going to be a full in-depth review, really. It's more of a initial
thoughts about an act and a half.
Before it gets released to the general public more so than anything.
Yeah, that, and we'll be providing our initial thoughts as well as because we've both played the original trilogy, so going from the original trilogy through to this new interpretation of Gears 4.
Is it worth the buy? We'll find out.
Why
In our review of Gears of War 4.
Why does Scaramanga have a third nipple? Why is Nick Nack in a suitcase? All this and more.
In our review.
25 years after our world was ripped apart from the inside, we had peace. But then, those we loved were taken.
Mom!
And everything changed.
Johnson, turn it off. Turn it off.
Go on.
Oh, you freaked out so much.
Thought I was going to get shocked.
So this week, Gears of War 4 was released on Friday, the 7th of October. Give us a little plot synopsis of the previous sort of trilogy and then a little tiny sort of interlude into this.
So, Gears of War focuses primarily, this series so far, has focused primarily on two characters, I'll say primarily. That being Marcus Phoenix and...
Play one.
and Don Santiago.
Dominic Santiago.
Play two. So it's kind of a lot of lore and history to go over.
Yeah.
But in a short summary, there was a war between men and men, and that was called the Pendulum Wars. And very shortly after that, or during that, really, I think it interrupted it.
2 years after the end of it, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There was an emergence. The day was known as Emergence Day, where creatures started to come out of the ground and attack the humans. These creatures were called locusts. And there was a really big war between humans and monsters coming out of the ground.
And this lasted for about 15 to 19 years.
Yeah. So, and that's why we focus on a small squad of people. The name of the squad?
Delta Squad.
Delta Squad, there we go. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, so when you first start Gears, you're just a member of Delta Squad, and then after the first act, you're the leader of it. Because of Kim, lest we forget.
Rip and peace.
Rip it. Go on.
So, this game, however, Gears 4, is set, I think...
25 years.
25? Yeah, 25 years after the conclusion of the Locust War. So, it's a long time. Marcus Phoenix is now old. Everyone is old. And we are no longer primarily focusing on Marcus Phoenix, but rather his son.
JD.
JD?
James Dominic Phoenix, if I'm not mistaken. I know my Gears lore.
There you go. Why don't you fucking tell the story then, motherfucker?
Because I like it when you do it, because you just look around the room for inspiration. The only inspiration there is that. Yeah.
Giant gold retro Lancer that Dosham has. And he's very kindly offered to give it away to our...
No, I haven't. If I get the new one, maybe not. But, no. Plus the retro Lancers, no one really wants the retro Lancers except me.
No, they're not as cool. I told you that when you bought it. But you said, no.
It's great.
It's alright. It's not a chainsaw. But anyway, so this game, Gears of War 4, we had early access because we bought the Ultimate Edition. So the actual release date for the game, for people who aren't getting the Ultimate Edition...
October 11th, Tuesday.
October 11th, on Tuesday. So many people out there who have Xboxes will be going, oh shit, is this game worth it? I've heard many a good thing.
And look, I think Gears of War 3 was out in 2010, 2011. I took a gap year off to play it.
You did.
So those of you who are new to console gaming, for a lot of us, it's like, it's Gears of War 4. It's massive. Like, some people buy Xboxes for Halo. Some people buy Xboxes for Gears. And if you haven't played any of the Gears games, you're new to gaming, and you can see these deals that are coming out with a copy of Gears 4, we'll go into whether it's worth buying, whether it's not worth buying.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, we don't want to give away too much of the storyline.
This is a spoiler-free review of Gears 4.
Spoiler-free review for those who might be interested in picking it up when it gets released to the wider public on Tuesday. So let's kick things off with our pros, I think.
Nice! Nice! Not the smell, though. That was fun. No, I really like that. I'd like to keep doing that.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you can go first.
Alright, cool. So, look, for those of you who have not played a Gears of War game before, it does not play something like a Call of Duty or a Halo or Battlefield. It's all third person, and it's not fast-paced combat, so you're not sprinting everywhere and throwing grenades quickly and doing everything lightning fast with your fingers. The way it's described is it's a stop, pop, and shoot sort of game. So enemies will appear from doors or however they appear, and you'll jump into cover, and it'll be an old school shootout.
Yeah, very cover based.
Yeah, it's a very, very cover based shooter. It's very also intuitive, especially with the way you reload the gun. It's got a little micro game for when you reload the gun. So it's a complete game changer. So there have been games that have also copied
a lot of it's
this formula.
based on timing in this game. Very quick reactions to seemingly small things that all add up.
Yeah. So in the first Gears of War game, the enemies would, or the first and second Gears of War game, the enemies would come from holes in the ground called emergence holes, E-holes, and they'd keep spawning until you either killed all the players or you threw a grenade down into the hole and sealed it off. So if you're low on ammo, you're going to want to throw a grenade in there to seal it off quickly. If you're low on ammo and there's too many of them, you're screwed. So it's all a management game, but it's also stop, pop, shoot, move on. But yeah, so that's the gameplay wise, and they had Gears of War 1, 2, 3, and Judgment. Judgment was not well received by fans due to they changed the controls and some of the core mechanics of the game. Gears 4's gone straight back to Gears 3's, the traditional
Thank
Gears.
God.
Gears Judgment, you can only hold 2 weapons, including a pistol and your grenade, so you could have a Lancer and a frag grenade. When in the traditional Gears, you could hold 2 main weapons, a sidearm, and grenades. So this game's gone back to the, I would say, Gears of War 2 speed of combat. It's not as fast as Gears of War 3, but it's polished like Gears of War 2.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah, I would say that. And that polish is probably something we're going to be talking about a lot, really. Because this game looks really pretty, which is also another one of my pros. It looks really pretty. But it's not the kind of game where you're going to get a whole heap of game-ruining bugs. Because it's well-polished. It's Microsoft Studios game, and generally they don't.
They don't fuck around.
They usually don't. Doesn't mean the game's always good, but at least it's
You get some
polished.
texture poppings here and there, as with all the previous Gears of War games, but they're so pretty. They are, I would say, they're on par with the prettiness of the Halo games.
I'd say even more so sometimes.
Well, I'm not a big fan of Halo, so
Yeah.
yeah. So that's a bonus for me. Is they've each game is different. Gears of War 1 is a bit more of a slower game because it was more of an indie sort of game at the time. And then when it took off, they polished the crap out of it for Gears 2. Gears 3, they made it a hell of a lot faster. So I like that that they went back to the old school Gears of War 2 sort of gameplay routes and mechanics.
And the multiplayer for these games is so popular.
Anyone can play it.
Their esports popularity in multiplayer, and which is it's not often you get in a game where the campaign and the multiplayer are both really popular. Usually you might get one or the other. The people only play
Call of Duty,
like Call of Duty. They only play for the multiplayer, or you'll get lots of other games where the campaign's the only good thing, and nobody ever really touches the multiplayer that much. Like Uncharted, I know a lot of people do like multiplayer, but
Uncharted
it's
people
not
like.
why people buy the game.
Well, a lot of people clearly love in the Call of Duty world the zombies mode, and the first company to bring out wave mode mode was Gears of War 2. They were one of the first Horde mode. Yeah, so Gears of War 2 introduced Horde mode, which was the hardest of all the Horde modes out of all the games. It was 50 waves of enemies coming out, and if you beat all 50 of them, achievements and congratulations all around. Well, it took you about 8 hours to do it.
Yeah, shit ton of time.
So that started with Call of Duty Zombies, that started with Battlefront Survival Mode, and it's
So many
a lot of
games.
people taking it off from there as well. Yes.
So, other pros. I would say campaign. And
Without spoiling.
yeah, without spoiling it, the story is it's movie quality scripting. The story is flowing, and it's not so much that it's too focused on story and there's no action in it like you might get from some other games.
Yeah.
It's actually very well balanced, and the story isn't, it's not too overpowering. It's enough that each character, their dialogue, you can really tell is that character's dialogue. It's not just a general person speaking. They all talk in their own way, and that's what really makes it interesting, because they all tell jokes in different ways. And it's engaging to listen to these characters talk just amongst each other in their little squad.
Yeah.
So it's a good, fun journey, and it's not only that, it's really, really pulled that balance well between comic relief and high-end action and dramatic.
Drama and a bit of romance and stuff like that.
Yeah. So in that aspect is what I'm trying to get at, is it's a movie quality. It's not just where we get games campaigns these days that are just dramatic.
They've got a famous actor in it, and that's as far as it
they're
goes.
just dramatic, and the comedy is very lackluster. You're not gonna not have a laugh in this game.
Yeah.
Because the characters are
You
genuinely
even
fun.
laugh. Yeah, so we played it this morning. We were going to play it all night last night and try and finish it off, but due to technical issues, that's fine.
Yeah.
So we played about an act and a half, maybe nearly 2 acts so far of the campaign.
Which we'll be smashing out very quickly.
Yeah, which essentially, as soon as we finish this, Ian's going to run home so we can keep playing it. And it's great.
Yeah.
We're laughing. We're like, hey, look, it's, you see the old members of, previous Gear games, going, fuck, they've gotten old, but like, hey, remember Colonel Hoffman? How cool he was? Oh, I remember. So yeah, it's really cool seeing some of the older characters who have grown up. I said this is one of my bonuses. Look, it's going to relate to majority of you, except for a handful of you who haven't seen any of these films, but Star Wars. Watching 4, 5, and 6, and then you see 7, and then relating to that's Han Solo, that's this, that's that, and just playing that game and going, fuck, that's Marcus. Like, he's aged fuckloads. I used to remember, playing online co-op with Ian and doing this and doing that, and a lot of nostalgia.
Yeah, a lot of nostalgia. And it hasn't really, it's been quite some time since Gears 3, but it still hasn't been that long that it justifies as a retro game or anything like that.
No.
It was only on the last console.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that long ago, but it really feels like it.
So many memories, especially for us. Or me.
Yeah. For those who love the Gears of War franchise, you don't need our review. You're probably already going to pick this up anyway.
Yeah.
So that's what we're trying to get at, is we're trying to review this for people who don't know Gears of War as well. So for those people,
this is one of those games that you don't need to play the previous ones to understand what's going on currently, sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. It begins with a prologue that introduces the wars that have come beforehand and what's happened.
And it gives you, during that, it gives you your controls.
Yeah.
As well.
And not only that, because Gears 3 really tied up all the loose ends, so this Gears 4 is introducing things totally new that people who are veterans of the Gears of War franchise don't even know what's going on fully yet, unless they played it.
Yeah.
So coming into this as a new gamer, easy to do. Very easy to do, because nobody knows what's happening.
Yeah.
It will explain it as it goes on. And you're going to have fun with these characters that are newly introduced. They're good, fun, relatable characters. Which was a con that a lot of people had with the old Gears of War games, is the characters weren't that relatable. They were just muscly grunts.
Yeah, so Marcus was one of those, but characters like Dom, or when it came to Gears 3 at least, Baird and Cole were less muscly grunts.
They started to, move towards having a more
sentimental value to them at some point,
They had some kind of relatability to them. But these characters, they definitely, I think, focused on making them three-dimensional characters. You can really tell just in the way that they talk, and they've all got their kind of backstory and things going on.
And the voice acting's superb.
Yeah, voice acting's really good.
It's got Jimmy Smits from Dexter and Star Wars in it. He's awesome. You love Jimmy Smits' character.
He's pretty good. But
saying that, every pro does have a con.
Every pro has its cons.
Well, that's actually a really good thing for our cons. So, yeah.
Just like every Star Wars had its 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, okay. So look, the gameplay is beautiful. The game is beautiful. The story from what we've played so far, I want to go back and play some more.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm keen.
This is going to be a game where it's like, what are you doing Friday night? Nothing. Let's smash out some Gears. What are you doing this weekend? Nothing. I'll come over, we'll put it on hardcore mode, and we'll go through the campaign. So
The cons.
Cons.
We need to talk cons.
Yes. Look, previous Gears of War games, just like you are, with a video game now when you play multiplayer, rather than making your own character in Gears of War, you choose a character that is in the campaign, or you're just a general soldier sort of thing.
There's very little customization to the campaign.
There's no customization. That you can change your weapon skins in multiplayer and horde mode. That's generally it. But in the old Gears games, if you wanted to play as the character Baird, you just hit the start button, you click on Baird. He's your character for multiplayer. You want to play as this character online, you click this button, that's it. What they've done in this game is you need to buy the characters with in-game sort of currency, which you earn from leveling up, and you sort of get loot boxes, if you will. And with those loot boxes, the character could possibly be within the loot box. If they're not, you discard what's in the loot box to gain money to buy the characters, or you buy characters with real money.
Yeah.
Which, microtransactions.
Exactly. A lot of people don't like that. Which is fair enough. I don't like that either. But I choose not to.
No. Yeah.
I just choose... The game is 100% playable without
Yeah.
paying for things.
So that's one of my cons is I much preferred with the old Gears games, like, you want to play as this character, finish the campaign in hardcore mode, he's yours. Or you want to play as this character, chainsaw so many enemies or whatnot like that. With this game, is you want to play as him, okay, either spend real world money or go do this, buy this, get this pack, get rid of the cards you don't want, get a new one. They've got more customization options in relation to you can play as... Wait for it. There's another one?
No.
Okay. There are customization options in relation to if you want to play as Marcus Phoenix without body armor, you can. If you want to play with him as he's a zombie instead of a normal person, you can. So there's that cool sort of aspect to it, but having to... I wanted to play as Baird, who's my favourite character, and I had to unlock him, which is a bit
annoying, because you'd think that he's one of the main ones from the old game.
Yeah.
One of my major cons with this is... not so much for me, but I know a lot of other people out there. The way that modern gaming has gone, even with its main campaign and everything, is open world, customization, and options.
Okay.
Options. People loving options these days, and that's why I think those things have taken off. Mm-hmm. The campaign in this game has no options. You jump in and you follow it like a movie script. You're doing what's in there, like an old school campaign. You can't choose a character, you can't customize the character, you can't go away from that area that you're playing in. It's not an open world game at all. Mm-hmm. And for that reason, people who have become used to the modern gaming where every game that comes out now is open world and customizing your guns, your look, your character, this is definitely 120,000% not that game.
Yeah.
So for those people, this is a con. For me, I don't mind it because it puts a lot... Yeah, exactly. Not only that, though, but it puts a lot more ability to focus on the script and the characters.
Yeah, that's why you're not a fan of things like Grand Theft Auto or something like that.
Yeah, exactly, where you don't really get to connect with the characters as well.
Yeah, look, I will agree with the lack of customization. Like, I wouldn't mind... there's a scene in the game, it's not really spoilery, where you get your body armor. Being able to decide if you want to wear a helmet or if you want to wear the full body armor or just the chest piece or something would have been cool.
But at the same time, I think if you wanted these kinds of options, you would have had to have sacrificed the polish that this game had.
Yeah, it's also
has, rather. And it is very well polished. There hasn't been too many glitchery kind of texture popping, and everything looks amazing. Graphics are great. Which I believe this is one of the few games that are going to be 4K compatible.
Yes.
Right off the bat.
Yeah, so a friend of mine, Brett, is playing this on his PC because it is cross-PC Xbox Play Anywhere.
Cross-platform, yeah.
So he's actually playing this on his PC with an Xbox controller plugged in. He has it on 90 frames per second, 4K, full graphics, and he sent me screenshots of the game.
And if you have the Xbox One S, which has 4K compatibility...
I can't go 90 frames per second, though.
No, but it does do 4K.
4K, yeah. So yeah, that is stupidly pretty.
Yeah.
Another con for me is with Gears of War 1, we had guns that we knew and we loved. Gears of War 2, they kept all the guns and they added some extra ones. The flamethrower, they gave us the mulcher, extra weapons. Gears of War 3, they gave us the digger, they gave us the meat cleaver, they gave us all these other extra weapons. And then same with Judgment, they gave us extra weapons. And then with this current game, it seems they've gotten rid of a lot of the weapons that people liked, added in some extra ones that were kind of mediocre, and then that's it.
Yeah, they've had very interesting the choices of weapons that they've made.
So, like the digger wasn't one of your favourites, and I quite like that because it went underground.
Yeah, I didn't really like it that much.
But they've done they've removed the digger and put one called the drop shot, which fires the missile horizontally, and when you let go of the trigger, it'll drop him to the ground. So rather than it's the same thing, but instead of going underground, it hovers in the air.
Yeah.
So they got rid of the flamethrower, which was one of your favourites back in the day.
Scorcher.
They got rid of the boom shield.
Yeah.
Yet they still have the boom shot. Very
strange, because the boom shield was very useful as well, but
they got rid of the sawn-off.
Yeah, and that was a very interesting choice.
That was a very popular gun.
Very popular.
So look, it's a little interesting that, and look, yes, Gears of War 4 is based on the event after the Locust War, and there's a lot of Locust weapons in Gears of War 4 that also, like, okay, well, if you've defeated an enemy, why are their weapons lying around, or why haven't you modified them to make them more your own, rather than just keeping them the same? So, like, the boom shot looks exactly the same from Gears of War, not with, like, a COG logo on it, or more unique and refined.
It's very interesting. Yeah, the choice.
Some of the designs,
There's not very many weapons, as there were in 2 and 3, where there were...
Buckloads.
Almost too many. I can understand why some of them they've culled, because there were too many of them, but they haven't really given you enough, I would say, as well. Unless they have decided to slowly introduce them more, and we haven't got to that point yet, which is still a possibility, but...
Well, I've done all the 50 ways of Horde mode. So I think I've gotten all the weapons.
I haven't seen anything else either. So that's very strange that they've done that. Unless they're planning on bringing them in later as a pay-for-it kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. Or like DLC.
I would hope not. Maybe a DLC.
Because we have the Ultimate Edition, we also have the Season Pass. So that's a bonus.
We'll be getting on that.
Look...
One of the other things that I would mention is... I'm not sure if it's a pro or a con, so I'm just going to mention it and let's see if you think it's a pro or a con.
Okay.
One of the main new villains for this is robots.
Yes.
So, part of the story is, and this isn't a spoiler because it's right off the bat, that the COG are using robots instead of
the good
people.
guys from the army, the human army from the first series.
Yeah, are now using robots instead of people. And as part of the storyline, they're almost villains. So the main villain that you come across for quite some time in the game is these robots. I can't remember what they call them.
The sentries.
Yeah,
I think.
like
Sheriffs. No. I forgot what they're called.
Robots.
Yeah. They're droney robots. The reason that is the government from the first game, well, the COG is what they were called.
Yeah.
In Gears of War 4, they want to have all the humans live under the COG's rule. They're coming out to, from what I can interpret as sort of Nazi Germany sort of characteristics. They want all the humans to live with them so they can repopulate the Earth, because the Earth is pretty much it's got a low human population at the moment, and people don't want to live under their authoritative rule, so they're living in their own little towns
Tribes,
and stuff.
really, yeah.
Yeah, and they don't want that. They want to repopulate their planet. So it's kind of like seeing the Republic and the Empire from... I keep making Star Wars references because I can't think of anything else. It's kind of like seeing, the Republic and the Empire from Star Wars.
It is very dictatorship. There's a lot of kind of references to that kind of dictatorship and lack of choice that they're giving the people. In that, it's pretty much mentioned very early on as well, that if you're a woman, it's expected that you reproduce because they need to...
Yeah, there's a propaganda poster that was pretty...
Yeah.
Pretty in your face.
So, yeah, a lot of it's about dictatorship and choice, and that COG is trying to remove that choice.
Live with us, repopulate humanity. That's your only purpose.
Yeah. So, I don't mind that avenue. I'm not sure how I feel yet about the robot villains. I'm not upset about them. They're not bad. At the same time, they're very monotonous.
I would put it as a pro because it's a complete... From Gears 1 to 3, you're working with the COG. The COG are the good guys. Like
I like the storyline element of it.
And then they're,
How do you like killing robots as opposed to killing monsters? And that's what Gears has been all about, killing monsters.
With their inspiration and motivation, the robot aspect doesn't bother me. What bothers me is probably the design of the robots.
You reckon?
Make the robots... I reckon we'll just make the robots look like the standard Gears, but like...
That would have been interesting. Like a stormtrooper kind of element.
Yeah. Rather than clearly looking like robots.
Yeah.
Make them look
and a lot
like...
of them look very similar. Going from there's standard ones and there's more brutish ones.
Which
and
are
they
huge.
They're taller, but they still look very similar.
And the sniper's a different colour and that's it.
They're very similar. And...
Back in the Locust day, you could tell what was of this and what was of that.
Like, there were huge ones and
there was the boomers,
totally
there were the snipers, there were the drones, there were the grenadiers. Grenadiers.
But a boomer would look totally different to a Ratchet or...
Gretchen.
Gretchen Wiener.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would look totally different.
Yeah.
And it's a shame that we're not seeing much of that.
So far,
yeah.
Yeah. Look, I think it's a pro having a team that you've been working with your entire time, and then they fucking swap heads. You're like, whoa, what the fuck? I've come back after 5-6 years and everything's fucked.
Yeah, now suddenly the good guys are the bad guys, which is pretty cool. I do like as well that, yes, you can still chainsaw the robots, but it's a robot, so you can only get about halfway through it and you get stuck and you kick it off and then it explodes.
Yeah, that's cool, because
the sound, everything is beautiful, because no longer is it just cutting through meat kind of noise, it's a metal grinding.
Yeah, so the sound department's great.
Yeah.
Look, this is probably definitely a pro, especially if you're pondering on Gears of War or not. Should you buy the Ultimate Edition, you get every copy of Gears of War free. So you get the game, Xbox will send you a message saying, here are the download tokens for Gears of War 1, 2, 3, and Judgment. So if you like Gears 4...
We already had it, so...
Yeah, we already have it. So if you like Gears of War, or if you want to do a whole catch-up before you play Gears 4, there's an option for you. And they're great-looking games, and backward compatible.
Yeah. Gears 1's a little bit dated, but hence why they brought out
the Ultimate Edition.
The Ultimate Edition one.
That looks pretty.
Yeah. And 2's getting older now.
Still, Gears 3 still works, though.
Yeah, Gears 3 is still very pretty. But
so, yeah, look, are there any other cons you had for Gears 4?
At this point in time, no, not really. I wish I had more cons to tell, but
fair enough.
I'm trying not to be too blindsided by how much we love Gears of War.
Yeah.
But I'm actually still finding it difficult to find more cons in this game than there actually...
We are a little bit biased in relation to it.
Yeah, and so we're trying not to be too biased to you guys, but it's actually just a really good game. And I would say if it wasn't a good game... That's the reason you have an Xbox. Judgment, I didn't even touch it because it was crap. So I'd say if I thought this game was crap, but at the same time, I wish I could tell you guys some more cons, but I'm finding it difficult to find them because it's just a really well-polished game.
The reason you have an Xbox is because of Gears of War. I talked to you, we played, I think, the first Gears of War game, like, split screen at my house, something.
Yeah.
And then a couple of weeks later, you got an Xbox 360 and Gears of War 2, and we're staying up all night doing
Gears
parties
2
and
was
stuff.
about to come out, so...
Yeah, you got a copy.
It so we could play Gears 2 together. Because after we played Gears 1,
We sat up all night eating chocolate fudge, playing Gears of War 2 in your parents' office, with the TVs back to front.
It was pretty good. Good times.
Look, the only other con that I have, going along the lines of, with the multiplayer, comparing it from the old one to the new one, if you played Horde mode in Gears of War 2, it was just waves of enemies. If you played Horde mode in Gears of War 3, it was waves of enemies, but you could also set up little defenses. Like, you could put a fence up, you could put an automated turret, you can put a man turret, so you can make yourself a little base. Gears of War 4, your character is a class. So if Ian and I were to play it, Ian would have to choose if he's a soldier, if he's an engineer, a medic, whatever he is. And depending on his ability would depend on the role he would play in a team. So it's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. So if Ian dies and he respawns, he's lost all his weapons and he starts off with...
Which usually happens.
So if Ian was a sniper, he'd start off with clearly a sniper rifle and a rifle and a shitty pistol. And then you can change your weapons as you play. I would have preferred if you had the option of playing Classic Gears as a game mode, which is Gears of War 2 Horde mode only, and then this new Gears 4 campaign.
Yeah. Talking Horde mode, I preferred Gears 2's
You love Gears 2 Horde mode, because you needed to work together for that one.
Yeah, it wasn't so much classes and building
It was just wave starts in 30 seconds, get ready.
Yeah, it was the ability to just stick together and work and just, work your way through this amazing amount of enemies.
Not to sound corny, but you see those game trailers at E3, like I think it was Rainbow Six and Division and stuff like that, where they pretend to be all tactical, like, oh yeah, we'll just go down here and you get ready on the breach charge and I'll get ready to throw the smoke grenade in, and you play it in real life and no one's like that. Gears of War 2's Horde mode, it was, I'm reloading, cover me while I reload, throwing a grenade, get back, because the grenades will hurt your team members. You needed to call out all of those actions, because Horde mode on Gears 2 was, you have no other defenses besides your friends.
And I think that's what made it challenging, but also tedious, but it was a good tedious. Strange. It's strange comparing it to something where you had to build your own defenses in 3 and 4.
Yeah, you have to build turrets, and you don't have to. You can choose, but it definitely helps because Horde mode's a lot harder now. It's a hell of a lot harder. I got up to wave 35 last night with a group of me and 4 others, and we died on wave 35. We got to 50, but it took us so long.
But when we played Horde mode on
Gears 2, if you died, you restart at the nearest 0 wave. So if you're on wave 35 and died, you'd go back to 30.
But saying that, we never finished that on the first night, and you finished that last night.
Yes.
The first time you got the game.
Yes. I'm a veteran now. The game says I am.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've been playing all the Gears games. It says I'm a veteran.
Really?
Yeah.
Say that about me?
Yeah, because you get the little... You get like a special thing if you've played all the old Gears games.
Look at me, guys.
I think
I'm a professional gamer.
Gears of War is probably one of the only games that if I fought like Ian on a versus, like a private versus match, I'd be worried with where he is, what he's doing, because you can be a crafty cunt sometimes with this game.
Sneaky.
There's been so many times where we've played Gears of War 2 or 3 and it's like me versus Ian and then I can't find him anywhere and he's right behind me with a grenade, like slapping me in the back of the head with it.
Or a chainsaw. Good old chainsaw.
Yes. One of the games I
So let's wrap it up in terms of a review.
Yes. So,
for those people who haven't played the Gears of War games, and you have an Xbox and you're sitting there going...
Or you're looking at buying an Xbox.
Yeah, or you're looking at buying an Xbox.
Because the new Gears of War Xbox looks really pretty. The red and black.
Does look pretty cool.
I was this close to upgrading. But no. Anyway, yes.
Is it worth buying? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes it is. But in saying that, if you're the kind of gamer who likes open world customization, you're not so storyline based. You're not, If you want to kind of a game.
If you want a game that it plays more like an old school action game in relation to the campaign is essentially an interactive movie, not in relation to like those video games that are just like quick time events. It's nothing like that, but it's very linear.
It tells a story.
It's linear. It tells a story, but there's also a hell of a lot of action in this game. And if you're not a fan of first-person shooters, you'll like Gears. I had my fiancée play Gears because she cannot play anything else. She tried Battlefront. She failed miserably.
Yeah, if you're not very good at the first-person shooting in terms of look and aim, it's a little bit easier in this regard because it's third-person.
Yeah, you can easily tell where you're looking.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you're new to it, or Gears of War is like, why is this getting hyped? Definitely, I'd say pick it up.
So take a look at the footage. See if the look of it interests you. If the look of it interests you, then you're probably going to like this game.
And look, you don't necessarily need to play Gears 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
The game does do a bit of a prologue. It does start off with new characters. You are playing as newer characters, not as pre-existing characters. As well as there's thousands of videos from IGN and GameSpot and stuff saying Gears of War history in 10 minutes to give you a brief overview of what's happened. And if you're interested in it, and should it be something you want to go back and play, the Ultimate Edition gives you free copies of it. You just use the code, free
if
download,
you want the Ultimate Edition.
Yeah. Which,
if you've never played any of these games before, you might not be willing to fork out that
$140.
Yeah. $150-ish.
Yeah.
And that's totally understandable. I would say I completely get that because you don't know if you're going to like it or not.
Well, I have spare copies of the codes, so maybe I can use them as giveaways.
Good. Do I?
Should.
We'll see.
Yes.
If you beg us hard enough.
If you message us saying, I have an Xbox, I'd like to play the old Gears games. Maybe.
We'll see.
Yes. We will give you a questionnaire.
I'm not saying that if you give us a really, really good review and
come say hi to us at AMC.
and get your friends listening to us, that will definitely give it to you, but it will definitely increase your chances. I don't bribe often, but when I do.
I'm looking for, what was the Simpsons one? I'm looking for Bill. Seen any Bills around here? No. He's Bart.
Alright, so as a wrap up for this game.
Yes.
How are we going to review this?
I would give it 4.5 chainsaws out of 5.
4.5 chainsaws?
Yes. Well, because your main weapon's got a chainsaw on the attached to it.
Yeah.
Look, besides the me nitpicking in relation to character choices, in relation to you have to sort of, in a way, buy them, and the differences to Horde mode that you can't sort of just have classic mode or something like that, they're my only nitpicks. The story, essentially, I'm looking forward to
seeing where it goes.
You messaging me when you get home saying, Gears? And, yeah, I'm thoroughly looking forward to it. This will be a game we will be playing for a while, I can see.
Yeah,
we played
definitely.
Gears 3 for a very long time. Miso even longer.
Well, if I had to give this game a review,
Mm-hmm.
are we giving it out of chainsaws then?
Give it out of chainsaws.
Alright.
Or do you want to give it a drink?
I'll give it a shotguns. How many shotgun shells?
How many shotgun shells?
Shotgun shells. There you
Okay.
go, that's manly and dude week.
Yep. Fair enough.
How many cans of Fosters? No,
No.
I'm doing shotgun shells.
No, yeah,
Alright.
shotgun shells.
I will give this.
Go on.
Very tempted to give it the same as you.
You can.
You know what? I will. 4.5. 4.5 shotgun shells.
We passed our marriage test.
Yeah. Because out of 10, it's a 9. It's at least a 9.
Yeah.
This game is really well polished. It's easy to play. It looks pretty.
They listened. What I will say, they did listen to their fans from Gears Judgment, because a lot of people weren't happy with what they changed.
Even from Ultimate Edition, which the multiplayer just didn't play well.
Because they just used the original multiplayer for Gears, yeah.
And I think they've made the right adjustments to this game to make it fair, playable, well balanced, and still look pretty. It still plays like Gears, but it's just modernized, and now it's easier for new people to come in and play as well.
Yeah.
So,
there we go.
There's our scores. We highly recommend it.
Yep. If you have questions on Gears, or if you're tempted, trust me, you're more than welcome to tweet at us, and we'll definitely be able to.
Yeah, we will
be able to convince you. What's that? You're a PlayStation fan? Can you chainsaw people in half in PlayStation? What's that? You can't.
You might be able to.
Can you?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I have a PlayStation. I don't know.
Have you chainsawed anyone in half on your PlayStation?
Not yet.
Okay then. You're a correspondent PlayStation reporter.
Yeah.
Have you?
You know what? For the PlayStation people out here, let me put Gears in relation to Uncharted.
Okay.
The newest Uncharted game.
Okay.
Looks as pretty.
Yep.
And you know what? I don't find, as a first instance, playing Gears and playing Uncharted, Gears is instantly more fun. It's just a more fun story. It's not as slow. It's fast-paced, but funny characters.
Okay.
So that's just as a comparison from PlayStation to Xbox. They're probably around the same score.
Yeah, okay. Putting this against a PlayStation game, I would say Crash Bandicoot. I haven't played PlayStation in a very long time, so...
Yeah, clearly, Crash Bandicoot. But yeah, that's our week. That's Dude Week. We hope you enjoyed it.
Episode 10.
Episode 10, double digits. We made it, guys.
In 2 years' time, Ian, we'll make it to 3 digits. And then we'll do Dude Week Part 2. So, yeah, that's...
Halloween special.
Well, we will have a Halloween special.
Yes.
To reiterate, we will be going to AMC next week.
Yes.
We will
Hopefully we'll see somebody there. Maybe.
Maybe. We will be wearing Shaken Not Nerd t-shirts.
Look out for us, because we would love to talk to you.
Yeah.
And put you on our podcast.
Yes. We'll definitely interview you, have a quick couple of questions, and put you on the podcast. We're happy to do that. But yes, we'll be at
following
AMC.
that, we'll be taking a week off.
Yes.
And returning for Halloween and Doctor Strange. Hopefully.
Yes. We will be. That's right. So, and we might have a dress up at work, and we might have the greatest costumes ever.
Good.
I reckon we should. They're great costume ideas.
So many costume ideas.
Anyway, so couple of thank yous. Thank you to everyone who listens, likes, reviews, and tweets.
Yes, continue. We love it. Please let us know if there's something you'd like to see more of. More than happy. We do listen.
Got a suggestion for the show? Hit us up.
We'd love to hear it.
Big thank you to Thomas Commons.
For his amazing designs, and he's given us so many designs.
Heaps.
Yeah.
Heaps. We've given the different look change to our Facebook and Twitter. A little bit more professional. Unique.
Unique New York.
And he also helped us with t-shirt designs and business card designs, which we will be handing out.
Yeah.
Should you want them. Yes, you can follow us on Facebook at Shaken Not Nerd.
Yep.
Yep.
YouTube is Shaken Not Nerd Pod.
Yep.
I think.
Twitter is Shaken Not Nerd, which is all one word. It's the best way to remember it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or you
And
can follow us individually on Twitter.
yes. Ian, you are.
I'm I Johnson 92.
He did it by himself.
He's a big boy.
It took him 10 episodes, but he did it by
We
himself.
made it, guys.
Yes, and I am at Duty Dootram on Twitter. We also have an Instagram account at Shaken Not Nerd Pod.
There we go. So have a look out for us. Please like and share. Let us know and tell us what you'd like to see.
We're looking at you, Who Spiked the Puns. Let us know what you'd like us to do to Ian if he fails a quiz.
No, please don't.
But thank you yet again. This is episode 10.
Dude Week.
Dude Week.
Dude.
We could just call it Duty Week.
No.
No.
It's not all about you. But we'll hopefully see you again next week, where we will be
at AMC.
At AMC. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. I'm Duty Douchey.
And
Duty Douchey.
Yeah, you're
Duty
douchey.
Douchey.
That's right. And I'm Ian Hughes Johnson. It's too late to fix it now. Bye, everybody. Yay!
Shut up, Carlton.
Miss Sneeze. Oh, I fired at the same time.
Wait. 3 measures of Gordon's, 1 of vodka, half a measure of quinoa lily. Shake it over rice and then add a thin slice of lemon.
Chicken or stirred?
Do I look like I give a damn?